Hello friends, welcome back. So we are going to set up the currency exchange service. Okay, so what we need to do, uh, we can come here and we can start .spring.io. Okay, we will set up this for our currency exchange microservices. We will be selecting the Maven project, the language Java, and we are using the Spring Boot version 2.3.4. So make sure across all the microservices you should have a same version of the microservices. Okay, and we are be giving the package name, group name com.sks dot, let's say, currency exchange. Okay, and Java, or let's say keep it, and artifact will be uh, let's say currency hyphen exchange. This is our artifact, right? Currency exchange. Okay, and what will the dependency you need to add? So first you will, since we are making a service, RESTful web services in a microservices, so you'll be using the web. Okay, Spring Web, and we will be using the dev tools, so that in this will pick up the your changes without restarting the server. Okay, and we will go with uh, actuator. Okay, to know about inside the microservices. Okay, and to track, and another thing will get a config client. Okay, so these all four we will be choosing the dependency: Spring Web, Spring Boot dev tools, Spring Boot actuator, and the config client. So if we go to this, and since database we are using, so let's select now only. So at dependency we will be using the H2 database. Okay, and we are going to use the JPA, Spring Data JPA, right? So for now we will require the Spring Web and the config line, the most important, and thereafter we will be using to connect to a database. We will be using the S2 database. Okay, through the Spring Data JPA. So these are all required. Packaging the Java we want, and the Java version, let's use the 8. You can use the latest version as well, but we are going through the Java 8. Okay, so I am maintaining the same version. Okay, but you can choose the any version. Okay, so this is all we will be doing. So let's generate this. Generate, so it will take some time to download this. Okay, yeah, it got downloaded. So go into the folder. Okay, here your currency exchange dependency has got downloaded. Right click this. I am not using the shortcut. Okay, so that you can have a better idea how the flow is going in the video, and then go to the place where your project has been kept. Okay, so if you go to the code workspace where you have kept all the project, I am pasting here that downloaded dependency code is a zip. So let's unzip this, extract here. Okay, we extracted here currency exchange. Let's delete this currency exchange.zip because we are no more required now. Oh, sorry. Okay, now we have a currency exchange service, right? You know the path. Okay, so you can copy this path from here. Copy, go to the Eclipse. Okay, okay, here we need to import that. So go to file, import. Okay, exchange Maven project. Since this is the Maven build we are following up, Maven exchange Maven project. Next. Okay, so the path that you have copied, okay, you will need to provide this path. Okay, currency exchange path. So I have copied this path, right? Copy. Okay, need to paste here, right? Browse. Okay, if you see here, the currency exchange pom.xml is available here, right? It's speaking from that path only. Okay, currency exchange. This pom.xml, it's picking from this path, right? Code workspace, currency exchange, code workspace, currency exchange. Okay, so this is the path we required. If you want to go browse, then you can browse here, right? Code workspace, currency exchange, select folder. Okay, you'll be getting the exit, right? Add project to the working set and finish. So the currency exchange. Okay, the first time you are importing and first time you are building, it will take some time to download all the dependent jar file from the artifact. So this may take some time. Yeah, so it seems the download has got completed. First let me close all this file, close all. Okay, so now if the the download and artifact download is completed or the dependent jar completed, if you see, you will getting the this kind of project structure like source main java, the resources, okay, and all the dependent jar file that we have given in the download file, right? Sorry, this is the gre. We have a dependency here. So spring boot starter, whatever the dependent we have added here, it will come here, and from here it's coming. If you go to the pom.xml, let it come. So yeah, see, we have selected the actuator, right? We have selected the spring data jpa, spring boot starter web we have selected, okay, config client we have selected, dev tools we had selected, okay, s2 database we have selected, right? Correct. So this is all we had selected. So based upon this artifact, the dependent jar file is downloaded in the mem dependency, right? So what we need to do now, we go to the application properties. Let's put the first name of this application, spring.application.name, and give the name like exchange hyphen service. Okay, and what should be the port? This one running service.port. Okay, so if you go to the port, okay, for the currency exchange service, the port should be start with 8001. So for the first instance, we can have a 8001, right? So right, and save this, correct? So now go there and run this application. Start this application, run as Java application, and currency service is my application. Okay, so it's doing all the initializing the JP entity manager and all. So if you see here, Tomcat started on port 8080. Okay, it should have started on port 8001, right? 8001 we are giving, right? Service.port, it should have started on this port, right? It's not getting started. What is the wrong we are doing? We have not saved yet. We have saved it, right? 8001. Oh, sorry, server.port, right? Server.port, save it. Okay, and again run the application. Yeah, see, after making a changes, it automatically picked up, okay, without restarting the server because we have used the dev tools in the dependency. So if you see here, the spring boot repository initialized, triggered, referred, and the Tomcat started on port 8001 with context path. Okay, so we have set up this path. Okay, and now it's running on the port 8001. So uh, our setup of the currency exchange service is done. Now we will be doing the uh, we will be reading the basically the exchange rate, okay, from the database. Okay, so we will see how we can pass the from currency and to currency, and how we can get the exchange rate, what is the value of the that particular currency exchange that we will be getting. Okay, so for now, let's close this, and we'll see in the next step how we can code here to get the exchange rate. So thanks, bye for now, see you in the next step, bye bye.